Number 41, find the slope of the line that passes through the points 8, -6, and -13, -14. Well, I can call this my first point, and this my second point, or I could call this the second point, and this is the first point. It doesn't matter which one you call the first point, in other words. Okay? If we say, hey, this is the first point, then I'd say this would be x1, y1. Because that's the first point, x1 for the first point, y1. Then you say x2, y2. You can call this the second point. It doesn't matter which one you call it. So it would just be consistent. And that's the reason. See, here's the formula we're going to use. But I don't care which one of these is the second point, which one's the first point. And in fact, I don't like this equation at all. Okay, that's my opinion. I would rather stick with this. All I have to do is be consistent. Okay? In other words, let me write this bigger down here. If I call this the second point here, then really if this is -6 here, okay, if -6 goes here, I could have put -14 here. But if I choose to put -6 here, then I better put an 8 down here. Alright? You keep the 8 and 6 together. See? 8, -6. That would make this -14. And the -13 going with the -14, you'd have to have a -13 here. So if you're going to put a -6 here, you got to put an 8 here. If you put -14 here, you got to put -13. Now that saves all this, which is the first point, which is the second point stuff. I just don't like to feel like that. Keep the 8 with the 6, or the -6. Keep the -13, -14 together. Plus, I like this form right here because then whatever these signs are right here, I get to copy them. I get to just copy the numbers straight in here. Okay? So we're going to have -6, and the opposite of a -14 is a what? The opposite of a negative is a plus. Same thing down here. You have your 8, and the opposite of a negative is a plus. That gives you 14 minus 6 is 8 on the top, and 8 plus 13 is 21. And that's the slope of my line.